Hi guys, Bella here, and it has been a really long time since my last video. In fact, I just checked, and my last one was on January 6th, and today's the 27th, so gosh, about 20 days. And I'm really sorry. It's not because I've been doing badly. In fact, I've been doing really, really well. It's just been busy, and I will say, like, sometimes vanity gets the better of me, and if I'm not looking, camera ready, in my opinion, I won't make a video. And so today, though, I just decided, you know what, it doesn't even matter. Like, I'm just going to get on screen and make it because I do want to keep up with these. So let's get to the stats. The last time I weighed in, which was on, like, with you guys on January 6th, my weight was 302 exactly. And that was right after, that was the weigh-in right after New Year's Eve. So now it's been several weeks since then, and today when I weighed in at 298 exactly, which is down 4 pounds since January 6th, but it's actually up I think it's 1.6 pounds since my last weigh-in. Last week when I weighed in, I was at 296.4. which was excellent. And the reason I'm up this week is simply because it's PMS time, and I always gain during this week right before I get my period. So, like I know it's gonna get off soon. I've lost like 5 or 6 pounds the week I get my period, so I'm not too concerned about it. Life's been going so well for me these last 20 days. Actually 21 days, I guess, since I made the video. And, they say it takes 21 days to build a habit, and I really feel like that's what's been going on. I've been eating really well on plan. I've been doing my own Jenny Craig food. I think that's what I was planning the last time. In fact, I know it was. So rather than eating the Jenny Craig food and paying for that, I've been buying lean cuisines and healthy choice dinners and stuff like that, and having those for dinner. For lunch, I also have like either a can of soup or some kind of lean cuisine, like a lean pocket or something like that. And then breakfast, I've been making the Make Ahead oatmeal smoothies, which I really, really like. I found a pin for it on Pinterest, and I doctored it up. I changed it a little bit to make it more for like the way I like it. But the ones I've been having they're 400 calories, so it is kind of a lot, but it's my complete breakfast. And in fact, this last week I cut out having a morning snack because I don't need it. It keeps me going all day. And I've been drinking probably like 7:30 in the morning before school starts, maybe 8 o'clock, because sometimes I'm still sipping it right when my class starts. And I mean, literally, I can go all the way till noon with just the smoothie because it's got everything in it. It's got oatmeal, it's got chia seeds, it's got peanut butter, it's got almond milk, it's got a little bit of applesauce in it, it's got the protein powder, so it's really good. It's got good fats and it's got a lot of protein, and it's so good. I mean, I really love it. It's got spices, like I put cinnamon and nutmeg and ginger, and it's yummy. So that's been going really well food-wise. And then I have been rocking it with the workouts. So I'm happy to say I've just been going. I haven't been making any excuses, tired or not. I've just been going to the gym or going to ride my bike outside with friends or, whatever. I have been lately I've been just taking sometimes 2, sometimes 1 rest day. So like this past week, I did have 2 rest days, but I still had really good workouts in the other 5 days. So, that's great. That's great for me. And I'm feeling really positive. I'm feeling like, the surgery is going to be really soon. So I guess now I have technically 17 pounds before I hit the actual limit that the surgeon set, but I only have 12 pounds, a little less than 12. I guess it's like 16 and something, but excuse me, 16.6, yeah. So it's like 11.6 pounds until I can call, because I get to call with Kaiser till when I'm 5 pounds to my goal. So I've just been telling myself lately, like, listen, last week, before I weighed in this week, you got 10 pounds to go till you can call, 10 pounds. And so it's been really, really motivating me to just keep on it. I will say this past week, I definitely snacked a lot more than I usually do, just because that PMS, I mean, I'm like ravenous. And I haven't been snacking in a bad way in terms of, like, I'll have, popcorn and a cheese stick with an apple or something, which normally I wouldn't eat all of that. Or I'll have like crackers and a cheese stick and, I don't know, an apple again, something like that. Like, I'm not eating bad food. I'm eating pretty healthy food, but it's just more than I normally would eat. And I might have, it's too many snacks, basically. So one thing I did do I think it was on Thursday, I was really, really snacky. I was just like, oh my God, I need to eat everything in the house. So I was like, you know what? Enough of this. I don't care if it's right before my period. I'm not going to let that be an excuse. And I changed into my my tennis shoes, like my sneakers, and I put Sophie's harness on her, and we went for a walk. So I took her for a really long walk, and it was great. She loved it. She was so happy, and I was happy. And by the time I got back, I just had water, and I was good. I didn't need to eat any other snack before then. Just I made dinner, within an hour or two. So I've been trying to do that more and more. Like, I've been trying to redirect myself, whether it's trying to, okay, let me just read, I'm going to read for 15 minutes and then I'll have a snack kind of thing. And it kind of works, but, sometimes when that snack attack hits you, it's hard to resist it. And in a normal week, I would be able to resist it, but for whatever reason, it's like this week, right before the period, I really it's so hard for me to try to resist it. So anyway, I'm not too upset with the 1.6 gain, because really that's pretty darn good considering what it could have been, you know what I mean? And what it's been in the past. Like, I've gained 5 pounds before my period in the past sometimes. So I definitely can see a change in my attitude and in my just everything. Things are just going so well. So I'm really happy about that. I don't know if I don't think I mentioned this. Maybe I did on my last video, that a girl that I knew kind of more as an acquaintance, who I met actually because she was I went to have a manicure at my hair salon, and I met her, and she's really cool. Her name is Brenda, and she's like just a really cool girl, and we had a lot in common. And, we had exchanged information. She said she was about to join Kaiser. Somehow we got on the conversation about weight loss surgery, and we were trying to, we were kind of talking about it. And then, she had texted me over I think it was in August, that, she'd signed up, and we found out that she had the same surgeon that I have, and that she ended up wanting to get the VSG surgery as well. And so we had all this stuff in common. So it was, I think the week after, I think it was maybe right after my last video, or right at that same time, she contacted me, and she was like, hey, I have about 15 pounds also that I have left to lose. So we were at the exact same point when she called, and we've been going to, so we're, come to find out, she lives in my same neighborhood. Like, literally, she's 5 minutes away by car. I can bike to her house in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, which is awesome. And so we also, like I said, she's got the same surgeon. She's about at the same point in terms of her weight loss. She didn't have as much to lose as I did. I think he gave her 22 pounds to lose, and I had 34. So he gave me more than my 10%, which I'm still a little bitter about, but I'm just getting over it since it's so close right now. But anyway, so we've been going to the weight loss surgery support group meetings at Kaiser. I hadn't gone because my first experience wasn't that great with the one that I went to with Beauty Junkie 824. And we went, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we went to this one, and it was amazing. The leader was the same stupid lady that sits there and knits while people are talking, which I think is incredibly rude. I just think she's awful. And I'm a teacher, so I know how to lead a group, and I just think she's terrible. So I kind of think one of my new goals is, once I've lost most of my weight, gotten almost to my goal weight or whatever, I'm going to contact Kaiser and see if I can get in on leading support groups, because I feel like I know I would do a much better job than she does. And so it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to make it my mission. Maybe I'll just start my own. I mean, I don't know how that works with them. But anyway, so we went to that and it was amazing. I mean, the people there were sharing their stories and there were all different people. A lot of them were pre-op like I am, and I think about 5 others were going to get the sleeve, which was cool. There were a few that, maybe 4 or 5 that were post-op, 2 men that were like newly post-op who it had just been like a week since their surgery, and the fact that they were both up and around and at the meeting and feeling great was a testimony to just like, oh, how awesome that is. I was so excited to see them like up and around like that. And then there were a few other ladies who had the surgery like a year and a half to 2 years ago. And so they were kind of like the veterans kind of helping us, answering questions and stuff. And then, so that was really good. And then she and I also went to one last week, because we just wanted to try a few different ones in the area. And the one last week was amazing. It was this other man who was leading it. He was phenomenal. He brought in a little story, kind of like an Aesop's Fable story, that kind of helped. It was called Belle the Cat, and you can look it up if you want to, but he kind of equated it with the whole journey of weight loss and how sometimes you have, the challenges or struggles or things that are scary, any kind of change being scary. So we had like a talking point, and then he asked each of us to go around and talk about what were our challenges or the parts that we were kind of scared of or whatever, and that brought out so many good conversations with people. It was a much smaller group, but I felt like we got a lot deeper in what we were talking about. So I think I'll definitely go to that one again. I know that Brenda liked the first one better, and I definitely liked the first one. There was a lot of energy. The second one was a little more intense, I guess, but I actually kind of liked it. So I think I might go to both. Because, I don't know, I feel like it can't hurt to go to these weight loss surgery groups. I think that if that becomes my like weekly thing, 2 hours, going, it's good for my mental health. So it's kind of like, that's what I've been doing is that Wednesdays have been the day that the support groups are being held. And so Wednesdays are my off days. But it's kind of like I'm exercising my mind instead of my body, which I think is just as important. So anyway, life has been fantastic, and I hope none of you are worried about me. It's just sometimes I don't always get the time or the inclination to make the video because I am vain. What can I say? And so if you're ever wondering, I mean, please, I hope you do either add me as a MyFitnessPal. I'm on there every single day. Or add me as on Twitter. You can follow me. You can read my blog. I blog definitely at least 4 or 5 times a week, if not more. So I'm active on there for sure. But I will promise to make this, get back to the weekly habit of doing this on Sundays. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope that next week my goal for next week is going to be that I get below 296 because I was at 296.4 last week. So I would like to be at 295 or lower next week, which would be a loss of 3 pounds, which is totally reasonable. Okay, so I will see you guys soon. Have a wonderful week, and that's it. Thanks. Bye.